Hey guys, Anime Princess here, and this is my day one league update for Lake of Kalandra. Now, I don't normally stream on Twitch, but after this YouTube video goes live, I will be turning on Twitch for a little while. So if you guys are following the Spark Guide and you want to see my character live in action, or if you just have any questions, feel free to pop over to twitch.tv/animeprincess. And if you're not following the Spark Guide, but you just want to come over and say hi, that would be cool as well. Now, onto the contents of this YouTube video. This is mostly for my Spark followers who are following my build guide. I've made a few deviations from the build guides, and I think you guys probably should as well. So I am including some discussion on that. And I'm also going to be talking about how to spend approximately your first 10 chaos on your character to just use it efficiently for damage. All right. Now I'm going to let this footage play. This is just a T8 map, and the footage is going to end when I just randomly drop 3 uncorrupted 6 links. I think a new rare modifier does that. I don't know. Pretty crazy. All right. So as for the way I've deviated on the passive tree from my build guide, I decided to go all the way up here to grab specifically this node here for 8% increased reservation efficiency. The reason we do this is because once you get on a 5 link or a 6 link, like I'm on a 6 link right now, the spark mana cost just sort of feels a little bit bad. So we want to have enough of a buffer to cast it a few times. Now, as you can see, I can cast it infinitely. And the reason is because we do have that little bit of extra mana reservation efficiency. And also, it's because instead of going Tempest Shield, I'm simply using a high level Clarity. Now, you still can go Tempest Shield and you have enough mana to cast a few times. But if you do it this way, you're going to have to be spamming an Enduring Mana Flask. Now, this technically is the better way to play the build, and it's the way I've talked about in the build guide. But I don't really care too much about my XP. And this way, I don't have to deal with the Mana Flask. So I'm just letting you guys know, like, these are the auras I'm doing, even though Tempest Shield is better and it's in the build guide. As for my gearing, I bought a pretty good dagger for 2 chaos. The good mods on here are spell damage, lightning damage to spells, critical strike multiplier, and an open suffix, and always craft cast speed on the suffix if you don't have it already on the weapon. I also got a 2 chaos shield, which is just +1 to level and crit chance, as well as open prefix to craft life when I have the currency. And I guess I could do that right now. And the way I found these items was if you go to my Spark playlist, the second video has some links to some budget gearing. Now, actually, since I bought these on the first day of the league, there wasn't really that many rare items found yet. So to get cheap items at like the 2C price, I had to go into the search specifications and lower the maximum required stats a little bit. But, you know, so for example, maybe I don't remember exactly what the criteria was, but it probably had a spell damage a little bit higher than 50, but I lowered it, and you're not really sacrificing that much damage. It's just a day one budget weapon. So definitely go ahead and do the same. Get a budget weapon and shield. Another good spot to get budget damage is the Amulet. Now, ideally, we'd want +1 level, but that's going to be expensive. So you can just get like cast speed, spell damage, crit multi. I'd say those are probably the 3 best stats you can get. I have very negligible cast speed, but I have decent crit multi. This was only a 1 chaos amulet, so, you know, 5 chaos goes a long way in these 3 slots. And then as for the body armor, I have a 6th link because I dropped a Divine Orb and I was able to sell that. But you guys might not be as lucky. I would try and get a 5 link ASAP, even if it means buying it. And you need to go Energy Shield, Strength base, so you can get, you want Inspiration for sure. And if you're using a 5 link, Spark, Spell Echo, increase critical strikes. And then if it's green, you go Added Cold. And if it's blue, you can go Added Lightning. You know, there are other blue gems that are also good. This is just what I'm using right now. And the added cold damage has the extra benefit that we will be, it's enough flat cold damage to chill enemies. So it's a good layer of defense. I'm not going to talk about the other slots because they're not important. I have pretty bad gear. They're just random stats on there to cap my res. And to go over my spells, I have Molten Shell 16, cast damage taken 14, although I will be leveling these continuously until they're level 20 each. And I'm self-casting Sigil of Power, and I'm self-casting Tornado when I have to fight a boss. Now, we're going to eventually want to have these in a helmet with the focus trigger that we were talking about in the build guide. One thing I forgot to mention in the build guide is the 4th link is going to be life tap support, because in order to cast 3 spells at once, it's probably going to cost more than our total available mana because we're reserving most of it. So we got to cast it through our life, which is fine. So that's just something to note. That's everything I think I need to talk about for the gear. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, I don't normally stream on Twitch, but I figured the first weekend of the league, a lot of you guys, league starting, you might have some questions or you might just want to see how the gameplay looks. So I will try and go live after this video on Twitch TV/Anime Princess. All right, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.